Hello everybody. Welcome to No1doctor channel. Today we will talk about one of the famous doctors, Thomas Hodgkin, 1798 to 1866. Hodgkin's disease. Thomas Hodgkin, whose name is firmly associated with the most common variety of lymphoma in the Western world, was not appreciated in his day. Indeed, his career might be regarded as a failure. He failed to get onto the staff of his hospital, had little success in practice, eventually gave up medicine and died of dysentery in Jaffa. Thomas Hodgkin was born in London of a Quaker family in 1789. His father was a fashionable tutor of mathematics and classics to young ladies. Thomas studied medicine at Guy's Hospital and qualified with an MD Edinburgh in 1823. He visited Paris, learned to use the newfangled stethoscope from none other than its inventor, René Laennec, and brought one back to London with him. Few of his contemporaries were interested in this contrivance, as they called it. Believing that a knowledge of pathology would make him a better physician, Hodgkin became curator of the museum and lecturer in pathology at Guy's in 1825. Over the next few years, he published an extensive catalogue of the museum's specimens. In 1832 he published his paper entitled On Some Morbid Appearances of the Absorbent Glands and Spleen in the Journal of the Medical and Chirurgical Society. In it, he describes 6 cases at Guy's Hospital and a 7th under the care of La Gaulle in Paris, a fatal condition, distinct from tuberculosis, which affected the lymph nodes throughout the body. In 1926, the material, carefully preserved in the Gordon Museum at Guy's, was examined histologically for the first time. 3 of the specimens would now be called Hodgkin's disease, one an example of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, one was syphilitic and one tuberculous. The specimens are still proudly on view in the museum today. Hodgkin's paper attracted little attention at the time, and it was not until 1865 that the Guy's physician Sir Samuel Wilkes, in describing a large series of cases in the Guy's Hospital reports, drew attention to Hodgkin's work and gave the disease its eponymous name. Disappointed by his continued failure to be appointed to the medical staff at Guy's, which was no doubt due to his revolutionary views about the treatment of the aboriginals, the name applied to the victims of the slave trade, Hodgkin gave up his medical practice in 1837 and devoted himself to charitable works and social reform. He accompanied his Jewish friend, the philanthropist Sir Moses Montefiore, on a mission to relieve the Jews in Palestine and died of dysentery in Jaffa at the age of 68. Thomas Hodgkin lies buried in the small Christian cemetery in Jaffa, now a suburb of Tel Aviv. Sir Moses arranged for an obelisk to be erected over his grave, on which is inscribed, "Here lies the body of Thomas Hodgkin M.D., a man distinguished alike for scientific attainments, medical skills and self-sacrificing philanthropy." He died at Jaffa the 4th of April 1866, in the 68th year of his age in the faith and the hope of the gospel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again in more next videos. With my best wishes. Dr. 8 Fomid.